Hi, my name is Owen Lynch, and for my favorite poem project, I chose Clenched Soul by Pablo Neruda. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through it once, and I'm going to give an analysis on why I chose this poem as my favorite poem currently. And then, right around the 5 minute mark, I'm going to read it again to see whoever wants to view it, if they can relate to it, and get a better sense of what they feel about the poem. So, here we go. We have lost even this twilight. No one saw us this evening, hand in hand, while the blue night dropped on the world. I have seen from my window the fiesta of sunset in the distant mountain tops. Sometimes a piece of sun burned like a coin in my hand. I remembered you with my soul clenched in that sadness of mine that you know. Where were you then? Who else was there? Saying what? Why will the whole of love come on me suddenly when I am sad and feel you are far away? The book fell that always closed at twilight, and my blue sweater rolled like a hurt dog at my feet. Always, always you recede through the evenings toward the twilight erasing statues. So an important thing to note about this poem is that Pablo Neruda, the author, was born in Chile, so most of his works were written in Spanish, and this was an English translation. I obviously can't pronounce the poem in Spanish because I am not fluent in Spanish. Um, it's free verse, and he uses sort of suggestive metaphorical expressions. So the he doesn't he doesn't blatantly say anything or admit anything. It's largely suggestive. For me, uh, this poem is about lost love. I think it's pretty obvious what the poem is about, especially in his reflective words. That's very important for the reader to see what his reflective indicators are, such as why will the whole of love come on me suddenly when I am sad and feel you are far away. The poem's really about having lost something that was deeply attached to you and coming to terms with that hurt, that pain that comes along with that feeling being uprooted and transported somewhere else. And so for this case, it was the sort of the love of his life, or the his love at the time. Um, and for me, it related to me in many different ways. For one, I had a relationship that didn't work out, where I was uh, where she was uprooted and had to leave uh, her current home, and the distance caused the relationship to fail, and I was left reflecting on what it felt like to to love her before in past times. And so that's how I related to it in a very strong way. Um, uh, Another thing to note is that this poem is not majestic in any way. It's incredibly negative. Neruda does not portray a wonderful sense of what it means to love. He's very much talking about the con of love, and what it means to have something fail and come to terms with it, and try to relate that feeling to other readers. um, and that's why I think he's a very much a realist in terms of him writing about his experiences, and trying to relate those feelings to his readers, um, whoever reads his works. And another aspect of his poem is the use of the word blue. It's a clear indicator of sadness. He mentions that a blue night, blue sweater. Um, it's sort of laced throughout the poem, um, with his reflective tone, that indicates for the reader that it will be a sort of a somber and uh, sad tone to follow. So I'm just going to read it real quick again, and see if you agree with how I analyze the poem and what you get out of it. So here we go. We have lost even this twilight. No one saw us this evening hand in hand while the blue night dropped on the world. I have seen from my window the fiesta of sunset in the distant mountain tops. Sometimes a piece of sun burned like a coin in my hand. I remembered you with my soul clenched in that sadness of mine that you know. Where were you then? Who else was there? Saying what? Why will the whole of love come on me suddenly when I am sad and feel you are far away? The book fell that always closed at twilight, and my blue sweater rolled like a hurt dog at my feet. Always, always you recede through the evenings toward the twilight erasing statues. Thank you.